What's going on, guys? It's your boy Az. We are back here today. Today we're going to be talking about the most recent data mine, which is it's just basically indicating to us that we're getting another update, which is expected. I think everyone was already anticipating this one, and this should be this shouldn't be any surprises for anybody that's been keeping up with the news. The new famine event, we already know that's Rogue. We're gonna also get 4 playable characters, it looks like, too, which is awesome. I think there's a bit of rumors floating around as well about who those characters are, but I think for the most part, no surprises. Rogue's going to be definitely one of them, and then the other 3 are kind of up in the air, but most likely the 5th member for the Unlimited X-Men team, so most likely another mutant, and then the other 2. There's a few things floating around, but I think a lot of people are thinking there's might be some Asgardians coming. It might be the Jane Foster Thor version, and maybe Valkyrie, or we have some other people thinking maybe it's a mystery A-Force member as well with the upcoming Scourge that's coming. Also looks like we're getting a new raid, which is that's always nice to have. I'm interested to see what that raid will. Basically reward us. Hopefully, it's maybe like something that's already a bottleneck, like the new Blue ISO 8 level 4s, or maybe if they have maybe a greater access to farming those tier 16 materials that we need for Dark Dimension 5. So any of those would be awesome. A new event campaign. I wasn't not expecting that as well. It's gonna suck because I think the last time we had a Scourge. There was a lot of things going, and oh man, it's gonna be fun. Anyways, I'll direct your guys' attention to this amazing event calendar. But as you guys can see here, it's pretty much, what does that mean? So the data mine obviously tells us that there's an update coming. So most likely going to be probably next week or maybe the week after. And you know what? That's actually pretty consistent with the calendar here because as you guys can see here, with the what is it called? The Roland Rebel event that's basically taking the course of June here. We are gonna be getting Gambit here, pretty much almost coinciding with the week that there's supposed to be possibly an update, or maybe the week before. So it definitely works out. Usually when they have an update, they also like to give a new character offer as well as what is it? What am I thinking here? The red orb changes to a feature character, and so it definitely coincides with it. I'm not sure if it'll be next week or the week after, but definitely is consistent for sure. What else do I have to say here? And I think much like the pattern for the last Scourge, where they were kind of slowly releasing one Darkhold member each week or a couple weeks. So this actually makes a lot of sense. So obviously we've already had Phantom X is already taking place right now. Dazzler's event's taking place, and of course in a couple weeks here we should get Gambit as well. So yeah, this really definitely solidifies the kind of that foreshadow, but we're definitely looking like it's most likely probably going to be the end of June here that the Scourge will actually take place. Because even when we had the update for the first Scourge, it didn't go live the moment the update was done. I think it was just like prepare for the Scourge, right? And of course, I think we had a few weeks after that update before it actually went live. So I'm gonna assume that in this case it's probably going to be a very similar situation. So anyways, that's what I'm looking forward to, so that's great. So in terms of preparation, I mean, of course we have to briefly talk about some of the character combinations we're going to be utilizing here. So definitely for sure you want to make sure you can take advantage of some of the rosters you already have pre-existing, of course. But as you guys see here, we pretty much have the 3 teams that will be basically utilized for the, I think, nodes 5 and 10. So very similar to the first Scourge, where there's a limiting trait. And of course, in this case, we actually have, I'll just bring up the roster so you guys can see this a little easier. But it'll be a combination of 3 different teams. It's going to be A-Force, then it's going to be Young Avengers, and then it's going to be Inhumans. I'm actually just going to bump these guys up here. So as you guys can see, they actually give us exactly 15 characters, which is actually kind of nice, actually. So that means we will get 3 full teams if you are, if you have a well-rounded roster. And I know based on the last Scourge, we only had 2 teams, and the Dark Hunter team wasn't even complete. It was just a 4-man team. So very much in this case, we don't know if there will be another A-Force member, but it wouldn't be surprising if they did. But definitely for sure, we have an extra Young Avenger, Miles, there. So we just threw him into the last team there just for the sake of completeness. Looks better that way, but I think for the most part, I think a lot of people have already gotten a lot of their Young Avengers geared up because they had them for war defense, which makes a lot of sense. I'm still trying to get my guys up. I think that's probably going to be the go-to team for the most part, due to limited resources, due to the fact that that I think a lot of people have probably punched up Echo and Kate Bishop already previously, so it makes sense to pump up the other guys. And plus, Squirrel Girl, Miss Marvel, America Chavez, they formed the Young Avengers way back. So of course, I assume that a lot of people probably have them leveled up already. So that's probably going to be the go-to team. And then I think the second team that people will probably most likely utilize is probably some sort of combination between the Inhumans and the A-Force members. So Jessica Jones and Captain Marvel, they were just recently changed with their traits to be added to that team. And of course, we just got the Nico and Spider-Woman events that took place. So of course, we have them unlocked, but we haven't really punched any gold into them because, yeah, it's just I'm trying to push everything into the Young Avengers right now, as you guys can see. So let's take a look at them. So as you can see, that's the full team. And for sure, I mean, you don't need to have the 5 that I've picked. Definitely for sure you can slap in Miles in there in place of a 5th member that's weaker. But my goal is to hopefully get these guys up to 85 or 80-ish. And slowly kind of making a little progress right now. Squirrel Girl and Miss Marvel were kind of the ones I focused on because they're basically the core for the team with the heals and the taunts. That's gonna come in really handy. And then of course Bishop, Kate Bishop, and Echo are going to be key as well because they've got so many wonderful controlling abilities, blinds, buffs. The whole team's gonna get a ton of benefits out of it, right? So as you guys can see, I've already pretty much bumped them all to blue ISO 8 level 3, just in anticipation. Wanted to make sure I didn't have any issues there. Wanted to make sure my ions were being used there. So I do recommend you guys doing that right now as well if that's the team you're going for. I might slap Miles. The reason why I have him here is he's gonna probably be on another team because I think the 5 that meshed best is without Miles. So definitely for sure that's why I have it in the roster here. I think I'll probably do like a mix of Miles, Captain Marvel, and Jessica Jones, and then maybe Yo-Yo and Black Bolt. That's probably gonna be the team I go for, unless I decide to pump more into the Inhumans because the Inhumans, I mean, they're okay. They don't have too much sustain, and that's the reason why I kind of didn't want to use them. And I'll show you guys what I'm talking about here in a sec once I can actually find the eyes, HI. All right. So we have Black Bolt, we have Yo-Yo. Great characters with the 2 of them. And actually, you can put Miss Marvel in there too because she's technically Inhuman. But the problem with this team is obviously if you're trying to gear up this team and you're limited with resources, I mean, not including Miss Marvel, 4 out of the 5 characters are Bile. So, I mean, that's going to eat up a ton of resources, especially if you're trying to go into Dark Dimension 5 and you're trying to pump Bile into your Web Warriors, or if you're trying to pump your Bile materials into, if you're trying to be creative and once you progress through Dark Dimension 5, you're trying to save some Bile mats for other characters, like, if you're on Legendary nodes and you want to use some Bile mats on Invisible Woman, or if you're in the Cosmic section and you want to use some Bile materials from Moondragon, like, or not Moondragon, she Bile? I don't remember. Yeah, I gotta, I don't remember now. Now my brain hurts. But anyways, yeah. One of the other characters that require Bao. Yeah, but anyways, as I was saying here, yeah, the problem with the team here too is they don't have too much synergy, which they have synergy, but the synergy isn't as complete as the Young Avengers. And I mean, we have Black Bolt and Yo-Yo, which are pretty solid damage, and she has the offense down when there's no protector, which is actually pretty awesome. And the evasion, she's actually pretty hard to kill as well, so it's nice. But then, of course, you go back to Crystal. I mean, she has this wonderful passive that only really works like once. And there's not really any sustain with that. Same with Karnak. I mean, he's got a wonderful ultimate that basically cleanses, and then he also disrupts, which is nice. But his cooldowns are quite long, and then, of course, his passive as well. I mean, they get a lot of focus. But that's pretty much it. I mean, he doesn't really get too much other than that. A little bit of damage, a little bit of focus, a little bit of defense down going on. Quake's not bad. I've always loved Quake. I love her kit. She goes really well with Black Widow. Problem with her is she's definitely lost a bit of steam since she used to be a meta character, believe it or not, when the game was first released. But yeah, now yeah, I mean, her abilities are pretty weak, and I mean, yeah, she can clear some positives and she can apply some slow, but there's not really any sustain with her, which really sucks. So that's the problem with Quake. So really the team itself is kind of it's not complete. And then we look at A-Force here, and I'll show you guys A-Force. I mean, really right now, even this team I would say is more complete, because they have there's some newer characters, and they're always pumping out better and better characters. And of course, they did revamp Miss Marvel, Captain Marvel, and Jessica Jones as well. So I mean, they've revamped some characters, and they didn't really do too much to Karnak, Crystal, or Quake. So that's why it sucks. I mean, even JJ, I mean, she got a little bit of a buff here, clear negatives, apply defense up to max of 3 turns, and then to self and A-Force allies. I mean, apply immunity. That's cool. That's wicked. So her abilities definitely got ramped up. I mean, and then we look at Spider-Woman. Actually, her kit's pretty good too. On spawn, apply defense up to self and all A-Force allies. So yeah, where's our defense up for Inhumans? Like, there's not really too much sustain with the team, right? And then if we go to Nico, I mean, her passive is pretty awesome as well. They get health on ward offense. They apply immunity and death. I mean, obviously this team is a ward offense team, so people are gonna have these guys leveled up because they, for those war offense heavy guys. But she gets more health. Oh darn! I thought her passive was more. It's just very war focused. Sorry, I thought there was more benefits. But anyways, her abilities are pretty cool because they change. And she gets to evasion, she gets deflect. Obviously, it's random, but she gets a lot of benefits to the team and a lot better buffs than the Inhumans, which is unfortunate because, like I said, funny they picked those 3 teams. They might probably just be a sack wave for me, but as you guys can see, most likely will be my Young Avengers team taking place as the first in my A team, I guess. And it'll probably be some combination of Captain Marvel and, like I said, maybe Black Bolt and Yo-Yo and JJ. And should I decide to level up anybody else and slot Miles in there because he's strong. Yeah, but anyways, that's what I think. We'll see how it goes. Pretty excited, like I said already, based on the calendar. We should be expecting her pretty soon here, coming in the next Scourge. And yeah, looking forward to the update. Like I said, it'll probably most likely be next week or the week after, but for sure I am definitely stoked. And yeah, this is always exciting to get new Datamine. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully this helped you guys out. Hopefully you guys are prepping up. Hopefully you guys are leveling up your guys up. Don't neglect these guys, because I feel like you definitely want to push as high as you can, because I have a feeling these unlimited X-Men, based on what I've already seen in Cosmic Crucible, it's pretty crazy. Like I think they're going to be a really OP team. And even the Wakandans kick butt right now, and they just had a slight little buff, and they're crazy strong in Crucible. So anyways, thanks guys for watching, and yeah, we'll catch you guys in the next one.